Our personal data is just everywhere. It moves faster and further than we can even imagine, across apps, borders, companies, you name it. And by 2026, data privacy, it's not just some legal box you check anymore. It's become this huge global conversation about control, about consent, and really about our digital human rights. So let's dive into this, because in a world where tech evolves way faster than policy, the rules are constantly being rewritten.
And that brings us to the biggest question of all, the one we're really going to unpack here. By 2026, who's actually in control of your digital life? Is it you? Is it some company? Or is it a government? This is what it all boils down to.
Okay, so to really get why this matters so much right now, we've got to talk about what data even means anymore. Because believe me, the definition has expanded in ways that are just so personal.
I mean, think about it. We are so far beyond just your name or your email address. We're talking about data that basically creates a digital twin of you, your identity, all your little habits, where you go, what you might be thinking based on what you search for, and here's the kicker, predictions about what you're gonna do next. This quote just nails the huge shift in this whole conversation. It's not about simple ownership anymore. The real power, the real game, is about who gets to use that data to shape your choices, your opportunities, and yeah, even your future.
So obviously, the stakes are incredibly high. But the rules for all of this, well, they're complicated. We call it the global privacy maze. We have one single internet, but man, we have a lot of different rulebooks.
Just look at this patchwork. You've got Europe's GDPR, which kind of set the standard. Then there's California's CPRA, China has its PIPL, India's got the DPDP bill, and you have all these new frameworks popping up in the Middle East. Every single one has slightly different rules, creating this incredibly complex web for any company that operates globally.
And that's the fundamental conflict right there. Your data can zap across the planet in a millisecond, but the laws meant to protect it stop dead at the border. This creates enormous headaches for companies and, more importantly, for us.
But it's not all doom and gloom. Amidst all this complexity, something really powerful is happening. We, the users, are getting empowered. Our digital rights are evolving, and we are finally moving away from the old days of just mindlessly clicking agree.
Remember the old model? We'll call it the checkbox. Your consent was buried in pages of legal jargon, and it was basically assumed unless you went out of your way to object. Now, we're moving to a new model, the choice. The standard is becoming clear language, an active opt-in from you, and, this is huge, making it just as easy to take back your consent as it was to give it. So your data journey now has this clear life cycle, where you're finally in the driver's seat. It all starts with you giving clear consent. Then, the company uses the data for what they said they would. And crucially, you have the power to step back in, reclaim control, and even ask for it to be deleted.
And this right here, this is the core idea that has changed everything. A company just can't assume you're okay with something because you didn't say no. Your permission has to be active. It has to be explicit. It has to be crystal clear.
Now, of course, this right to be forgotten isn't totally absolute. It's a balancing act. Regulations also require companies to keep certain data for really important reasons, like medical records, financial audits, or legal compliance. So privacy isn't about total erasure. It's about a sensible, carefully weighed balance.
But hey, just when we think we're getting a handle on all these new rights, a massive new challenge shows up: artificial intelligence. AI doesn't exactly play by the old rules, and it's forcing all of us to rethink what privacy even is.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem. See, AI's real power isn't just in crunching the data you give it. Its power is in prediction. When a machine can accurately guess your behavior, your health, your preferences, without you ever telling it, how in the world do we protect you?
The term you need to know is inferred data. This is brand new information that an AI literally creates about you. It's not something you provided. It's a conclusion the AI drew from watching patterns in your activity. It's how an AI can know you without ever knowing your name, and that is a huge challenge for laws that were designed for a totally different world.
So, with this legal maze, our evolving rights, and now AI, how are businesses supposed to handle all this? Well, the really smart ones are making a big shift. They no longer see privacy as a burden. They see it as a core part of their business strategy.
First off, let's talk about the stick. Getting privacy wrong isn't just a small slap on the wrist anymore. The fines can be staggering, hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars. Messing this up isn't just a tech problem, it's a potential financial catastrophe.
But it's not just about dodging fines. The smartest companies have made a huge strategic pivot.
The old way was all about reacting, managing risk, treating privacy like a legal cost. The new way is proactive. It's about building trust by designing privacy into products from the very beginning. The focus isn't just on avoiding penalties, it's on earning your loyalty.
So the bottom line for any organization that wants to thrive is this: you can't just have good paperwork anymore. This stuff has to become part of the company culture. It has to matter to everyone, from the engineers building the app all the way up to the board members setting the vision.
And that really brings us to our big conclusion. In today's digital economy, trust is the single most valuable asset a company can have. And how do you earn that trust? You earn it by respecting people's privacy. It's really that simple.
Ultimately, this whole conversation comes down to one fundamental choice. We can look at data as just a resource to be mined, a commodity to be bought and sold. Or we can see it for what it truly is, a direct extension of a person, and therefore a human right that deserves to be protected.
And that, right there, is the most important thing to take away from all of this. This isn't about going offline or hiding from the world. It's about having the power to consciously choose how your digital self is seen, how it's used, and how it's understood. It's all about control.